Yo, what's poppin', my dudes? It's your boy Amir. Man, I was so fucking busy, man. It's been a year since I've uploaded. Oh, anyway, today I wanna talk about The Last of Us. So, I was a hater at first myself. I didn't want to play it, but my friend told me to play it, and he lent me his console, and I played the game and gave it back to him. So, before I say anything, I'm just gonna say that when I wanna give points to a game, I divide the points by like 5 points for gameplay and graphics and 5 points for the story. So if you haven't played the game, this video gotta be a lot of spoilers for you, so just stop right here. And if you don't have any problem with spoilers, just continue watching. And here we go. The first scene starts with Joel telling Tommy that what he done and how he destroyed the hope of humanity. And you can play one last time as Joel, as you can see the beauty of the game. Like where I was playing the game, right here, like when the sun comes, I just gave the 5 points away. Like, god damn, this game is amazing. And then you play as Ellie, which is the night after the game trailer, which Dina and Ellie kiss.
Ellie, I think they should be terrified of me.
Seems like in that night, a character named Seth had some homophobic comments about them, which he apologizes the next day, which is not really, a big deal to make. So, after this, all of those comments about the game being like SJW just goes right down in the garbage. And then we get to the point that Joel gets killed by a playable character called Abby. A lot of people just stopped right here. They didn't want to play it anymore because they felt that they were, involved in Joel's death, that they killed Joel. That's why people didn't like the game at the beginning of the game. You see, Joel's death even is not a really big problem. Like, a lot of people make a big deal out of it, but let me just say it. We already knew Joel is going to die. Like the trailer, like the way it showed, the IGN even reviewed it and said Joel might be dead. We just didn't want it to accept it. We wanted to say that Dina was the one who was killed and Ellie wants revenge. But who's more important? A girl that just kissed Ellie or the man who raised Ellie? Okay, after this night when you play as Ellie, you just kill a shit ton of people. You kill a lot of wolves. And then you kill every single one of the people who were there when Joel was killed, except Abby. And then the third night, the end of the third night, when you want to go back to Jackson, Abby shows up, pulls a gun right in front of you and tells you that you killed her friends. And then you start playing as Abby and you see her perspective. To be honest, Abby wasn't a really likable character for me. I played as her, I understand her points, but it wasn't a character that I liked. I didn't connect to her, but I liked playing with her. Her guns and gadgets were amazing. When you play as Abby, you realize Abby knows that she's not a really good person. Like, everyone knows that what she did was too extreme, torturing someone to death. Like, come on. She feels guilty, but she just doesn't want to show it. So what she does, she tries to save these two kids who are from a group called Scars that have really weird religious beliefs. And these two kids are running away and Abby helps them. And at the end of the third night of Abby, she realizes that her friends are dead. So she follows the trail of the killer, and wouldn't you know it, she goes to a theater that Ellie is camping. And right there, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't like the fight between Abby and Ellie because I didn't want to play as Abby. I wanted to play as Ellie. I knew that what Ellie done was terrible, but I didn't want it to beat the shit out of Ellie. I wanted to play as Ellie, I would try to play as Ellie, and then it would go to a cutscene where Abby beats the shit out of Ellie, and that scene happens. I didn't like that. To be honest, when I was playing as Abby, like in that fight, I wanted to things end like this. Then, you know, Abby wants to kill Dina, who is pregnant. When she's going to kill her, Lev stops her, and Abby realizes if she kills Dina, she's less than Ellie. So she says to Ellie that
Don't ever let me see you again. Come on.
And then we changed to Ellie in a farm that was dream of Dina. You know, you have everything. You have a family. God, that baby was ugly. And, you know, everything's fine. And you feel like Ellie's over it. And you feel like, wait, the game is over? Just like that? Then Ellie goes into the barn and bam, a PTSD attack happens. By the way, is that how you say like PTSD attack or something else? I don't know. And then that happens and you realize that Ellie still sees nightmares of that night and she cannot get over it. And as soon as Ellie finds out where Abby is, she just packs and leaves. She leaves her family, she leaves her loved one, she leaves everything she has just for revenge. As you play with Ellie, you go and find out that Abby has been captured by a group which fucking captures infected and people and make them fight each other. Ellie at the end finds Abby in a really shitty situation. She's like tied up and she's just thin. All of those muscles, all of those proteins are gone. And then she frees her and they walk to the beach where you could see the beginning of the game. While she's boarding a boat, she has the memory of Joel. Joel still hunts her. She cannot let Abby leave. Abby doesn't want to fight anymore. She's over it. She's tired of it. But Ellie forces her to, you know, fight, or she kills Liv, the only friend Abby has.
He's not a part of this. You made him a part of this. Okay.
And then after a brutal fight, Ellie ends up putting Abby underwater, and while she's actually suffocating Abby, she remembers the last time she talked with Joel. Now, when you think about it, Ellie forgiving Abby is understandable. Why? Because she was the person who was willing to forgive Joel, who destroyed the one only thing that Ellie was made. And Ellie found out that this is not her. She killing Abby wouldn't change anything and would just destroy her. And so she let Abby go and say,
No. Just take him.
and then she goes back to the farm where you expect to see Dina and JJ, but when you walk into the house is empty. She left and there's nothing else anymore. Ellie is empty. When you go upstairs and start playing guitar, you realize that Ellie cannot play guitar anymore. The only thing that was left from Joel. she is literally empty. She lost everything from Joel. You might say that that was not a good ending, that was not a good story, but let me tell you something. I'm with you. The story was not good because it's true. Like, we see it every day, but we pass it, like we want to ignore it. We don't want to see it. But it happens every day. I want to say I liked it, but I didn't. And I want to say I didn't like it, but I liked it. It's complicated. I cannot explain how I feel about this game. It left me empty, left me speechless. I feel like I watched the end of Evangelion. If you haven't played the game, I suggest you to play it at least once. You know, just so you could say I played it and I didn't like it. That's it. And you know, it has a lot of cool features. You can pet dogs, like what? And you know, it has a lot of Easter eggs. It has an Easter egg from Uncharted. There's a PlayStation with Uncharted games. There's a Sick Powers manga ring. You know, it was a fun game. I had a fun time playing the game. It was super dark. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say like this was one of the darkest thing I've ever seen. So if I'm gonna score the story out of 5, I must say a 3. So in total, 8 out of 10 from your boy Amir. I hope you liked this video. If you liked, leave a like, subscribe. I'm not gonna lie, I might not upload for a while, but if I have the time, I will. And follow my Instagram and Twitter. I post there. Mostly. Come on, do it. And yeah, let's log out with this memorable song.
I don't know what I'm to say, I'll say it anyway. Today's another day to find you shying away. I'll be coming for you, love, okay?
Take on me. Take me on. I'll be gone in a day or two.